Hi everyone, today we're going to be working on lesson 5.4 in our Go Math materials. It starts on page 309, so you're going to need pages 309 through 314 to complete this lesson. You're also going to need a pencil. At the very end, you will work through some homework problems, go back to our sites page, and you will complete the Google form and submit it to me. One other thing that I highly recommend that you bring with you today to our lesson is a piece of scratch paper or a whiteboard, okay? You are going to need those things because this takes up a lot of room on the page, and so you're going to need a lot of room to write. The other thing is you'll see me going back and forth between the homework page and a whiteboard that I can write on and make a little bigger for you, okay? So we're going to go ahead and hop right into this on page 309. We're going to be at the top where it says unlock the problem. So it says, in a swimming relay, each swimmer swims an equal part of the total distance. Brianna and 3 other swimmers won a relay in 5.68 minutes. What is the average time each relay team member swam? Okay, so one thing we need to notice about this is, first of all, that it says Brianna and 3 other swimmers, okay? So it says over here, how many swimmers were part of the relay team? 4 swimmers, because we have Brianna plus 3 more, which gives us 4, okay? And they won it in 5.68 minutes. So we want to take 5.68 and divide it up by 4. And they've actually done it for you over here where it says step 1. But I'm going to go to a whiteboard because I am going to show you how I would solve it because I'm not a fan of what they did there, okay? So I'm going to go to my whiteboard here. Whoops, maybe. And the problem was 5.68 minutes divided up amongst 4 swimmers. So we want to know how much each swimmer swam. That's a mouthful. One thing I'm going to tell you, I noticed that outside my cage, my digit is only 1. There's only 1 digit outside the cage, okay? So I'm going to start by using a count by box. I'm going to draw that right over here for you, okay? All a count by box is where we're going to place the multiples of 4, okay? So we're going to count by 4s, and we're going to place them in the squares. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and 36. Now, the great part about this is all the multiples of 4 through 9. Does that make sense? The multiples of 4, 1 through 9. So we have 4 times 1, which is 4, 4 times 2, which is 8, 4 times 3, which is 12, 4 times 4, which is 16, 4 times 5, which is 20, 4 times 6, which is 24, 4 times 7, which is 28, 4 times 8, which is 32, and 4 times 9, which is 36. Okay? We're going to refer back to this count by box throughout as we solve our problem. So first thing I want to see is how many groups of 4 are there in 5? Well, we know 4 can fit into 5 one time. Whoa, I don't know what I did here, but let me fix it really quick. Sorry, guys. I kind of must have hit a button and didn't realize. Okay. So 4 fits into 5 one time. 1 times 4 is 4, and we subtract. 5 take away 4 is 1, and we bring down our 6. Okay. Now we have a bigger number. I need to know how many times 4 now fits into 16. I can look at my count by box over here, and I can see 16 in the count by box. So I know it fits 1, 2, 3, 4 times evenly. So we're going to place our 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And we subtract, bring down our 8. Now I need to know how many times does 4 fit into 8? Well, I can look over here in my count by box and I see 8 on the board, okay? So I know it fits 2 times, because it's in the second square. 2 times 4 is 8, and we subtract. 0, 0, 0. We have no more numbers to bring down, so we are almost done, not quite. We now have to place our decimal point. 1, 2, 1, 2. So our answer is 1.42. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to fill this in. 1.42 minutes. So each swimmer swam roughly about 1.42 minutes. Okay? Now, we're going to look at a few more problems. One thing that I love about distance learning is that you can go back and you can watch this video multiple times if you need to. If you watch it and you go, Miss V, I have no idea what you just did, you can go back and watch it again, okay? That will help you tremendously if you go back and do that. All right, I want to look down here at this problem where it says try this, because we are going to be doing 2 separate steps here. Because first it says to divide, so we're going to do that first. And then it says to use multiplication to check your work. Okay, so we're using the inverse operation of division, which is multiplication. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at this. We have 79.35 divided by 23. I'm going to go to my whiteboard, and I'm actually going to write it over there so I have a little bit more room. Okay, so I'm going to come here, and I have 79.35 divided by 23. First thing I notice is that outside the cage is 2 digits. Okay, it's a 2-digit divisor. So what we have to do, instead of creating a count by box, we're going to create a running total. So all that means is I'm going to take 23 and I'm going to keep adding it until I get I might do it like 5 or 6 times, okay? So I have 23 plus 23. 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. So I know that 23 times 2 is 46. 23 times 1 is just itself, right? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Sorry, guys. I did not mean to mark up the board like that, okay? All right, let's add 23 again. 6 plus 3 is 9. 4 plus 2 is 6. So I know that 23 multiplied by 3 is 69. Add 23. 9 plus 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I know 23 times 4 is 92. Sorry, I was tripping up on my words there. We're going to do it one more time. 23. So we have 5. So we know that 23 times 5 is 115. We're going to refer back to this as we work on our problem over here on the left, okay? So we have 79.35 divided by 23. How many times can 23 fit into 7? Well, it can't. It's too big. How many times can 23 fit into 79? So I'm going to go down my list here, and I'm going to find a number that's close to 79 but does not go over. So I see here 69. Close to 79 and doesn't go over, but let's check one more just to be safe. 92. Nope, goes over, so we can't use it. So we're going to use 69, which we know fits in 3 times. Okay? 3 times. So 3 times 23 is 69. And we subtract, which gives us 10. Bring down the 3. Okay? Now we have to say to ourselves, okay, how many times can 23 fit into 103? So I'm going to look down my running total here. I'm going to find a number that's close to 103 but doesn't go over. So I can see here that I have 92. That's close to 103 and it doesn't go over, but let's check one more. 115. Nope, goes over, so it's too much. So we know that now it fits 4 times, and 4 times 23 is 92. And we subtract. We get 11. We bring down our 5. And we know now that 23 fits into 115 exactly 5 times. Okay, 5 times 23 is exactly 115, and we subtract. We have no more numbers to bring down, so we're done. Okay, well, we're not done because we got to place our decimal point. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I see that I move it 1, 2, 1, 2. So the answer is 3.45. Go back. Answer 3.45. We're not quite done. We now have to check it using the inverse operation, which is multiplication. So we're going to take the answer that we got, which is 3.45, and we're going to multiply it by the number outside the cage, which is 23. And we should, if we did it correctly, get the number that's inside the cage, which is 79.35. So let's go ahead and work through this problem together. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 more is 13, carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 more is 10. Cross out everything we've used, 0. 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 more is 9, and 2 times 3 is 6. And we add them, 5, 3, 9, 7. Bring our decimal point over, 1, 2, 1, 2. 79.35, so we know that we did our math correctly. Okay? I want to look at number 1 and 2 at the bottom of page 310 because all it's asking us to do is make sure we place the decimal point correctly. You're not actually doing any math here, you're just putting the decimal point where it belongs, okay? So I want to practice that just a little bit. So it says to write the quotient with the decimal point placed correctly. They already gave us the quotient, which is just the answer to a division problem. Okay, so they took 4.92 and divided it by 2, which gave us 246. But we now have to place our decimal point. So I can see that they moved it 1, 2. So in my quotient, I'm going to go 1, 2. So 2.46. Number 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, so 1.32. I know that's tiny, sorry. It's just very small on the page. All right, I want to look at 2 more together, and we're going to go ahead and turn the page. So we're going to be on page number 311. So we're going to look at a couple of these. I am going to use my whiteboard just so I have a little bit more room to write, okay? First one I want to look at is number 4 because I think this is a great place to start. So number 4 says, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. 2.52 divided by 3. So I'm going to go to my whiteboard and I'm going to rewrite it. So I have 2.52, whoops, let me use black first. 2.52, and I'm dividing by 3. First thing I notice is that this is only 1 digit. So since it's only 1 digit, I'm going to create a count by box over here. And I'm going to list the multiples of 3 because that's our digit. So I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. Okay? I'm going to refer back to this count by box as I work through my problem. So I say to myself, can 3 fit into 2? No, but it can fit into 25. So I have to look at my count by box and find a number that's close to 25 but does not go over. Okay? I see 24 here. That's close to 25 and it doesn't go over, but let's check one more just to be safe. 27, nope, can't use it, it goes over. So we know 3 fits into 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times without going over but getting close. And 8 times 3 is 24, and we subtract. 5 take away 4 is 1, 2 take away 2 is 0, bring down the 2. Now I have to ask myself, how many times can 3 fit into 12? Well, guess what? I see 12 on the board here. Perfect. So we know 3 fits into 12 exactly 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And 4 times 3 is 12, and we subtract. We have no more numbers to bring down. We do not have a remainder, but we have got to place our decimal point. So up here, 1, 2, 1, 2. So your answer is 0.84. So I'll go back, and I'm going to write my answer in on the right page. 0.84. Whoops. I got to get the pens out, I guess, or it's not going to let me. 0.84. And I circle or box it in just so I can see that perfectly. Okay. Let's look at number 5 now. Number 5 is a little different. This time we have 97.2 divided by 27. So I'm going to go back to my whiteboard, and I'm going to rewrite it because I'm going to need more room to write or to solve this problem. So I have 97.2 divided by 27. Okay. First thing I notice is that 27 is 2 digits. Since it's 2 digits, I'm going to create a running total. Okay. So I'm going to just take 27 and add it to itself a whole bunch of times. 7 plus 7 is 14. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 1 more is 5. So I know 27 times 2 is 54. Add 27 again. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know 27 times 3 is 81. Plus 27. So I know 27 times 4 is 108. Plus 27. 8. Let's see, that's 15. Carry the 1, 2, 3, 1. So that's 27 times 5 is 135. Okay. And you could do it one more time if you want for safe measure, but I usually do it 5 or 6. So I've done it 5 here. Okay. So now I have to ask myself, how many times can 27 fit into 9? Well, it can't, but it can fit into 97. So I have to find a number that's close to 97 but does not go over, okay? The closest number that does not go over. So 97, let's look down our line here. I have 81. Okay, that's pretty close, but I might be able to get closer. 108. Not too big. So we have to use 81, which we know is 3 times. So 3 times 27 is 81. And we subtract. 7 take away 1 is 6. 9 take away 8 is 1. Whoops, 1. And we're going to bring down our 2. Now this is where things get tricky. 162. Well, I have 135 on the board, and that's semi-close, but I don't know what my next number is. So I'm going to add 27 to this again. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Carry the 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Bingo. 27 fits into 162 exactly 6 times. So 6 times 27 is 162. And we subtract. We have no more numbers to bring down. We do have to move our decimal point over one spot. So our answer is 3.6. Okay, go back here, 3.6. Okay. So really, this is all stuff you've done before. They just threw decimal points in there. And I kind of taught you a strategy if it's a 1-digit divisor or if it's a 2-digit divisor. Okay, so let's see. Like for instance, number 6, you would create a count by box. Why? Because it's only 1 digit outside the box or outside the cage. But for problem like number 8, you would create a running total. So that's where you add it up a whole bunch of times. Why? Because 33 is 2 digits. Okay, that's a 2-digit divisor. All right, let's take a look at our homework problems. I've actually already circled them for you. So on page 313, you are working on number 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 10. And then on 314, you're working on number 1 and number 5. Okay? So again, you're working on 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 10. And then on 314, you're working on number 1 and number 5. That's a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 problems for you. Go ahead and work through these problems. You can use scratch paper if you need to, or your whiteboard. Work through these problems, then go back to your our class page, and you are going to work on filling it in on the Google form and submitting it. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.